I start to get in my car, and I see that my passenger door is open, and he's standing between the door and the frame of the car. And I said, What are you doing? And he said, can you give me a ride home to my meemaws? He puts his hands between my legs. And I know at that moment, okay, he's gonna rape me. And I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do about this. I've got to have a plan. He brings this knife up to my neck, and I can feel it pushing it into my throat. And I can feel blood running down my chest. And he tells me again to take my pants off. I said no, but his knife had gotten jammed into my necklace. As I'm pulling away from him, he says to me, "It doesn't matter if you get away, I'm gonna kill you. It may be tomorrow, it may be in a year, but I'm gonna kill you." I lost my ability to live a normal life. There's always a gun near me, in my purse, in my desk at work, by my bed, in my car. I always looked for the closest exits. How could I get away? What was my plan? I never rode with my windows down. I pushed a dresser up against my bedroom door. I made sure my cell phone was charged, and then I called the jail to make sure he'd not gotten out that day. And then I would try to get some sleep. I didn't feel safe anywhere. I went to the sheriff's department, and I filed additional charges against him. When they transport him and bring him to this courthouse, I could just shoot him in the hallway, and I'm done. I'm having my quiet time, and I just really felt like God was telling me I needed to go to this church retreat. There's nothing going on in my life I need you to work on. What are you talking about? There's a moment in the retreat where they have you confessing sin in your life, and they fold it up and they nail it to a cross. It's like my hand isn't attached to my brain, and it's just writing all this stuff about Hank. It was just like God came down and said, "You are killing yourself." And by refusing to give him the same grace that I give you, the plans I had for Hank were not much different than the plans that Hank had made for me. And that was very humbling. My precious Heavenly Father, I think, got tired of watching me hurt myself. And he said, enough, and he just took it from me. The 7 years it took from the day I was kidnapped to the day I finally got a ruling were the longest, most miserable, painful years. I was still afraid of this man, don't get me wrong. And my circumstances were still very difficult and very painful. But my response to them, immediately I could feel, was different. Those wounds were so deep and raw and ugly. I never thought that I would feel whole again until I was in heaven one day. But he gave me that. He healed me.